This is Michael Gerace with Clearview Sewer Cams. We're located at 17329 Burbank Boulevard, Encino, California. We're performing a waste line and sewer line through the 4-inch ABS plastic clean out that's on the wall of the main house. Or this is the back house?
This is the main house.
Main house.
Yeah.
Main house. And this is the backyard area. Flip our camera around, and this is going out toward the alleyway. And this is our ABS plastic clean out. We're going to zero out our camera monitor. We're going to begin running through our ABS plastic line. I believe we go out toward the alleyway.
Why is there wood in there?
This clean out is a dead clean out.
Oh.
Pull back. Yes, it is. That clean out is a dead clean out. So we're going to pause for a moment. Okay, we're going to resume recording. We're going to run through the 4-inch ABS plastic waistline clean out by the back door area, just to the right of the back door if you're facing the back of the house. The other clean out was a dead clean out. It's an open hole once you pull the cap off. It's just an open hole going underneath the house. That area could be sealed off, should be sealed off. We're going to go ahead and set our camera right at the opening. We're going to zero out our camera monitor again. And we're going to start running our camera through the ABS plastic waistline. Yeah, we have ABS line making some turns, making some drops. I believe we're going out the back. We have some water running. We're gonna pause for one moment.
I know where it's from.
Okay, we're going to resume recording. Keep pushing out, and I believe we're going out the back, as I said. Okay, we're going to pause for a moment and locate this area. Okay, we're going to resume recording. And we've located this area in the kitchen of the ADU. So we're going to continue to push out. We have ABS plastic pipe and fittings. So far everything that we can see looked to be in fair and maintainable condition. We're going to take a really good look on the way back. We had to push kind of briskly going out, kind of difficult to see when you're pushing that fast and that hard.
Thing is that water should help a little bit.
We have an offset in this area. It's probably due to the type of coupling that was used. We don't see any major root intrusions or major break or anything else. We're going to pause and we're going to locate this area real quick. Okay, we are going to resume recording. We've located this area in the front bedroom, closest to the alleyway, next to the kitchen at 4 foot 8 inches deep. That is just a little bit of an offset due to the type of band that was used. I'm sure it's probably an all rubber Fernco band. Don't see any issues with it. It's actually dropping down into it, so it's not going to hold anything back. Shouldn't have any major issues. Got some inlets going out toward the alleyway. Should transition to vitreous clay here in a moment. And there's our transition to the vitreous clay. Appear to be in fair and maintainable condition at this time. We do have some root intrusion in this joint.
that already out into the...
We're going to locate this area. I'm going to pause for a moment. Okay, we're going to resume recording now. We've located this area back by the trash cans outside the ADU, between the ADU and the alleyway. And we do have some root intrusion in here. We marked it at approximately 6 feet deep. Doesn't look like it's broken. Looks like it's offset a little bit. And probably maintain this area with a chemical called Root X, ROOT-X. Flush it down the toilet once, twice a year. About $45 a container, 2-pound container. That should help maintain this area. We'll take a look at the rest of the line. We've got roots growing down, going toward the next joint. We got a little bit of root intrusion in the next joint. Not terrible, minor root intrusion. And these roots are still coming from up further, up by the ADU where we first marked it. They're just growing down the pipe. That joint really appears to be in fair condition. Maybe a little tiny bit of root intrusion in there. A little more root intrusion in this fitting, and this is the test tee for the property. When the sewer line was installed, this tee was installed to fill up the line and plug this part off back to the house to test the line. Running in further, then we got some pretty large root intrusion, and I believe this is the 6-inch lateral right here, and we may have a crack at the top possibly. It's hard to see. It's hard to see right here. We're going to blow this up on the laptop when we get back to the office. We have more root intrusion, getting quite thick right in that area. And now we should be heading into the city sewer area in just a moment. A little more root intrusion in the 6-inch vitreous clay in that joint. And now we have some concrete slag right there, which is common. That's just overpour when they put the joints together. Now we're going out to the saddle area. There's an offset in the saddle area right there. You can see the whole face of the saddle on that bottom piece. But if that's all that is, and no break, no major shift in it, no major separation, it would still be in fair and maintainable condition at this time. Now we drop into the city sewer in the alleyway. I'm going to pause for a moment. Okay, we're going to resume our recording and begin pulling back now. So we're in the alleyway at the city sewer tie-in connection. We have the saddle area there. And I think that's more overpour than anything else. The joint appears to be lined up pretty well. I think this is more just overpour of concrete slag. And that's just overpour of concrete slag. A little tiny bit of root intrusion. A little bit of root intrusion in this joint from what we can see. Then we had more root intrusion in the other joints coming back. This joint had quite a bit of root intrusion. And we can't really take a good look at the joint in there with that amount of roots at the bottom, but it does appear there may be a crack at the top. We do want to take a look at that. We recommend that this area be hydrojetted and re-inspected. Okay, coming back, we have more roots. There's some pretty large feeder roots right there, but they aren't terrible. Those can be cut out by hydrojetting. And that joint has some minor root intrusion. They were coming back to the transition right by the clean out behind the ADU. That is behind the ADU, between the ADU and the alleyway. The rest of it's all ABS plastic and appeared to be in fair and maintainable condition. We had the one area that we looked at that looked like it had a little bit of an offset, but I believe that is just in the coupling itself. Don't see any root intrusions No break in that area. All the joints appear to be in fair and maintainable condition at this time. Continue to pull back. That joint appears to be in fair and maintainable condition, as do the joint behind it, as well as the joint behind it, excuse me. That joint appears to be in fair and maintainable condition from what we can see. A little bit of glue over pour, and the glue tends to want to crack when you get too much glue in the joint, but the joint is still intact. Pulling back now toward our waistline cleanout at the rear of the main house. The joint appears to be in fair and maintainable condition. Now we're pulling back and out of our waistline cleanout. And that will conclude our video waistline and sewer line inspection.
Party time.